What's up, guys? Welcome back to another training vlog. Today is my second sprint and plyometric session of the week, and it's like 45 degrees out. It's windy. The sun's about to set, so let's go ahead and get started so I get out this cold. So I warmed up, just did a little jog to get my heart rate and body temperature elevated. Did some dynamic mobility, some heel pulls, hamstring sweeps, quad pulls, stuff like that. Did some extensive plyos, some deep tier plyos, and did some speed drills. So got the cones measured out. I'm about to do some flying sprints, so 30-yard build up, and then 10-yard top speed sprint. Done with the flying sprints. Just had a couple sets programmed in. Finna pack all the stuff up and head over down the field to do some hill sprints. I definitely need to work on my speed technique or sprint technique, because I played basketball. You don't do much sprinting in basketball. It's mostly acceleration and change of direction. So definitely need to work on it. You can just tell by the way I run, because I'm not pushing into the ground. I'm more pulling my body, because I'm cycling my leg like this instead of, my coach says it's called loading the gun. So as soon as my foot strikes the ground, I bring it back up here versus striking the ground, pulling, and I'm just pulling this way, cycling my leg through. But, I'll work on it, and you're not going to be good at something you just started. And I like sprinting. It makes me feel athletic, it makes me feel good. I'm just very cold right now. But, yeah, it's just good that I'm getting exposure, because it'd be kind of weird if I didn't start sprinting until I mastered all the mechanics first. Like, I studied it through a book or something. Like, sometimes the best way to learn is just to do it. And maybe when you start doing it, it's going to look wrong or it's going to look bad, but at least you're trying. And you're going to learn a lot more by actually doing the thing versus trying to study it through a book or videos or whatnot. I got 4 sets of hill sprints programmed, so but I knocked these out. Hill sprints are really good because they force your body to get into more of a positive angle and a forward lean. So it's really going to help on your acceleration part of your sprint. So the first half. It also works on just having to push off the ground, because you can't run up the hill without having to push through the ground. All right, so moved inside to do my plyometric portion of the workout because it was way too cold outside. I think it was like getting to under 40, so my hands were getting numb. I couldn't stand out there anymore. So for my first sprint and plyo session, I have a lot of unilateral plyo, so that means single leg. So for this session, we have more bilateral, double leg. So we have my overall goal of this whole, my whole training goal is to dunk basketball. So we're about to do some rim approaches, and then we have, I believe, broad jumps and then some lateral jumps over an object. So as you can see, I'm a way higher jumper, approaching left-right versus right-left. Growing up, I just always jumped off left-right, and you could just tell that I don't have the motor pattern down for jumping off right-left. So I definitely need to work on that, because I want to be able to jump similarly with both approaches. Really poor jumping day, honestly. I'm normally able to dunk the tennis ball very consistently, and I have a bigger ball that I use. That's about twice as big as a tennis ball, like a toy ball that I use to practice dunking with. But I only got one dunk in with the tennis ball. Just a poor jumping day. That's okay though, because just like how when you go in the weight room and sometimes the weight just feels a lot heavier than normal, you just have a lackluster performance in vertical jump. Same with speed. It's just, I forget what the percentage is, but there's studies where output, like athletic output, can fluctuate like 10, 20, 30%. I don't know what the number is. It's something like that. So not too worried about it. It's just ups and downs of training. But yeah, the things I'm trying to focus on with approaching the rim, because dunking is a skill. That's why like power lifters or Olympic weightlifters, they can lift a lot of weight, but they don't have the highest vertical compared to people like you see like John Morant. Like he's very really skinnier, leaner guy. Doesn't have a bunch of muscle, and he's probably not as strong as these powerlifters, but he has jump mechanics and probably better tendons. But when approaching the rim, during your dunk approach, you want to be accelerating as you go towards the rim. So you don't want to start off really fast and then start stutter stepping or slowing down as you approach the rim. You want long, fast steps. And in that last step, your penultimate step, you really want to push off that last step. So if I'm going left, right, this last step right here, my right leg, I want to push off of it and want to plant left, right, go up into the jump. But yeah, just some things I need to work on. I haven't rim approach in a while because I used to do it a lot in the summer, but then I started getting a lot of Achilles pain, probably Achilles tendinopathy from jumping so much. So I laid back off the rim approaches, so starting to slowly integrate them back in. So it makes sense that I'm not jumping as high because I haven't been doing it. So just some progress to be made there. Broad jumps went well, so it's just a triple broad jump, and I'm using the cones to place it down where my heel lands, just so I have a marker to beat after every set. It's really important to, well, in terms of dunking, the ability to transfer your horizontal momentum to vertical momentum. So the broad jumps is focusing on the horizontal component. So being able to jump, land, and continue to jump after you land, and not just like landing and losing all your momentum. So I'm just gonna keep running the broad jumps for a few weeks, and then eventually gonna implement it to where I'm doing a broad jump into a vertical jump, and that will more closely mimic dunking in terms of transfer momentum from vertical to horizontal. So yeah, did pretty good on that. All right, done with the lateral jumps. Those are really fun for me. I normally jump over either a hurdle or we have like this step up box or plyo box in the weight room that I use. But I'm in the gym and I didn't feel like going over there, so I grabbed that trash can, and it was a little too tall for me for my progression right now, because my goal is for the object to be high enough to where it challenges my jumping ability, but I can spring back up after landing. So it's like a continuous lateral jump. I had a few jumps where like I would land too close to the trash can, or I would just land awkwardly, and I had to reset. But it's okay. I still got the stimulus that I wanted, just a high lateral vertical jump over an object, and that's all I got today. Like always, thank you guys for taking the time out to watch my video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like and subscribe button, and comment any questions down below about training that you have. And I'll see you next time. God bless.